Hello, hello, welcome. I'm Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths, where we make beautiful wreaths and teach you how to make and sell them. I want to welcome you to the Wreath Shop, aka my garage. We are going to do some crafting. I want to try something I've never done before, so I thought I'd come on here live in front of thousands and try to figure it out for myself. There was a door hanger that was real popular on my page that another wreath maker made, and I meant to ask, oh my gosh, I meant to get her name of the wreath maker who made it so I could give her credit, but I'll make sure I post it in the video in the comments. But I wanted to come on here and try to make it myself using what I would make the door hanger with. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Let me get my notes out of here. So the first thing I want to show you, obviously, is this beautiful wreath. How cute is this wreath? This is what I'm teaching in my Wreath Making of the Month Club this month, how to make a simple Halloween wreath. So that's fun, fun, fun. I'll go ahead and put my link in there after the video on how you can learn more about joining my Wreath Making of the Month Club. I also showed them how to use the extra supplies to make a cute little hugger over here. I don't know if you can see it right there. But let's get started on the door hanger. When you come in, I'm going to ask you a question. What is your favorite, all-time favorite Halloween door decoration? Do you have a wreath or a swag, or do you have something handed down from generation to generation? What do you normally put on your door to greet those ghouls and goblins? So tell me that when you come in too. I'm interested in that. So let's get started. The first thing I want to show you, this is what I'm going to be working with. This is a wreath easel. So these are wire easels that you get. I got this one from Florist Supply Company, but you can get these at Michael's. I think they have them at Hobby Lobby, but I know they have them at Michael's. And, you know, you open them up like this, and this is where the wreath hangs. Well, so this is what we're going to use. And we're also going to use canvas mesh. So this is, it's called plastic canvas. It's just clear, and if you look real close, it's got the, you know, the holes through it. And I've cut this one. Look, actually it came in a 13 by 10 package. So this is the size that it came in. And then I cut my piece I cut it 13 by 8, okay? So that's the piece that I cut. Now, to get started, I'm not going to do it on this one, but I'm going to kind of show you what I did. Because I sort of kind of started the process to see if I could figure it out. I've got my bolt cutters. I guess, what are these, like 12 inches? Yep, 12-inch bolt cutters. I cut off this piece right here. So this long leg back here. And I cut off this brace that keeps the wreath easel open. So I used it, I just like snip, and I snipped up there a couple of places. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Whew, to get this long piece off, okay? So I'm going to put this out of this way. Get out of there. I have mesh on the floor and the dog's playing in it. All right, let me get this out of the way. Somewhere. And then what I did was I took the mesh, remember I said I cut it 13 by 8, I attached it, so this is what it looks like, the brace of the back, without that piece hanging off, without the braces, and this is what it looks like at the top, okay? So it's just a triangle. And what I did is I took the canvas and I attached with florist wire, right here going across the base. So one here, one here, one here, one here. I'm not sure if you can see it very well. Let's see. And then I attached it up here, and I attached it up here. All right, so we've got one here, and we've got one here, one there and one there. So that's where it's attached with florist wire. Here's the back. And then if you turn it around to the front, this is the positions that I'm going to try to use for the mesh. I don't know, let me see if I can separate these just a hair, a little bit, and then maybe you guys can take a screen shot of it if you're on your mobile device, or if not, you can always watch the replay. Oh, I'm starting to get hot. All these lights. Let's see if I can hold these up. Just trying to get this a little bit better so maybe you can see. So I don't know if you guys want to take a quick screenshot of this. This is where I've attached some pipe cleaners, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So you guys can take a screenshot if you want. Okay, so that's how I did that. Now let me get the bolt cutters out of the way. All right, so to attach the pipe cleaners, and sometimes you just have to wait until you get it started and figure out where you want to put everything. But you can see that these pipe cleaners go right through the mesh, just like the canvas. This is plastic canvas. You can use it for making wreaths, and it's actually invented for sewing. But don't ask me how to use it for sewing. I can only show you how to use it for wreath projects. So you can see how that just goes in real easy, doesn't it? All right, so that's how that's used. So the next step I want to do is get started on attaching the deco mesh. This is a burlap mesh. Now I started, let me make sure you can hear me. I started by using just the regular plain deco mesh. It wasn't thick enough. I felt like you could still kind of see through it. So instead I'm using this burlap mesh that's very thick and all over the place. All right, so let me try to make some room. The first thing I want to do is get started on the top. Now this is going to be tricky. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead, this is paddle wire. I'm going to go ahead and unwrap a long piece of this. And I just had this like all of a sudden fear inside of me, like I can't believe I'm getting ready to do this live, and I still haven't mastered it or anything. You know, you guys, you have to just try things, right? You just have to get out of your comfort zone, try new things. If you've never taken up painting, take it up. If you've always wanted to do flower design, why not start it? All right, so I'm going to put these out of the way. I don't know how long these are. I guess a yard. All right, so I'm unraveling the mesh, and I'm going to pull it. This will probably end up in the floor before long. And I am going to put this right here. Let me think for a second. Just like that. All right, so here's the back. See how if I open it up, I'm just folding that flap down. And I'm going to take the wire and I'm going to go through the mesh, through the top of the mesh, and hope it goes through. Well, it was. Sometimes it bends. Just give it a few minutes, it'll go through. All right, so now it's gone through the mesh and around this frame. I'm just going to tie it off. Just twist it off just like this. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna now I'm gonna start wrapping this. I'm just gonna have to put this in the floor, you guys. Put this in the floor because I'm gonna start wrapping this just like this. Just give me a minute to get my groove going, you guys. Just give me a minute. I want it to make sure that it's folded in. Okay. All right, so now I've gone this much. I've done this far. I've wrapped it. I want to get it to lay smooth. So it's just like that, laying smooth. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the next piece of wire on the other side. Come on. Woo! And try not to poke myself out in the eye. All right, so let's think about this. I want it to go through both of these pieces of mesh. Y'all, this project is not for the faint of heart, but we could do it. We could do it. I'm just twisting that off. All right, so now we've got it secured on two sides. All right, so now I'm going to take this over here. And I'm pulling this tight again. Coming back on this side. I'm just wrapping it around. And so this is what I've got so far. All this work, and I've gone 4 inches. All right, now I'm going to take the wire that's on this side, and I'm just going to like, you know, add it, I guess sew a little bit with it. So I'm going to go down. Let's see, I don't want to go all the way over here. I'm going to come up from the back. How about that? So that we don't have a big long green in the front. I'm going to take it from the back and pull it up. So I'm hoping that this is going to keep the mesh in place, you know, from sliding. All right, so there's that one. It's going to go do the other side. I want to make sure that I get the, I catch the frame. You guys, if you want to have tutorials like this emailed directly to your inbox, feel free to join my mailing list at southerncharmwreaths.com. Maybe Mike can put that in the comments. All right, so now I'm just going to keep moving.
Southern Charm Wreaths?
southerncharmwreaths.com. All right, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. Wrapping. Starting to get tangled up just a little bit. All right, yep, this is getting tangled, so let me just undo this, and then we've got burlap stuff flying everywhere. All right, so moving this back down. All right, so now I'm going to continue the sewing in the back. The trick is trying to keep the mesh from getting tangled up. Okay. So now I'm going to take the wire and sew it down the other side. It gets lost in there, so you have to try it a couple times. But we got this, we got this. There we go. So here's one. I'm going to do it one more time. All right, so now I'm going to keep on going all the way down. You might want to go get your beverage refilled. Because this is the hardest part, is getting this on here. Let's see. Here we go. Now I'm going to take this wire again. Sometimes the wire will get knotted up and you just have to untwist it. Make sure when you pull the wire, you're pulling it tight. You want it a snug fit. All right, so now I'm going to keep on moving down. You guys, we're making progress. I bet a yarn needle would make it faster. Okay. Let me turn this again. So this is probably, I mean, this is obviously just one way to make this witch hat. Okay, so I'm going to take this wire I'm going to come up from underneath here, just like that. Pull it tight. Do the same thing on the other side. Let's move this on around, and we're going to keep wrapping. Okay. All right, so now we're at the bottom. I think I'll do one more across the front. Right down here. All right, so now we're going to finish the sewing part of it. Come on. You want to make sure this is pulled very tight. All right, so let me do the other side. I think I'm going to do one more down here, and then we could tie this piece off. I was hoping, you guys, that was the hardest part of it. All right, so when I get down here to the very end, I'm going to wrap it around the green frame. Just like this, very tightly. And then I'm going to come back through it, just like if you're sewing, and pull it really tight. You know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to push that into the mesh, just to secure it to the mesh. The canvas, that's what I meant to say, the canvas. So I secured it down at the canvas. I'll hold it down there. And then now I want to see what's going on back here on the back. And push this around the front. I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And this is what I was thinking of doing. It's just securing it right here with that green twist tie that I had on here. I am just securing it down on the mesh, and I'm going to finish off the this side with the wire. All right, so then we've got this done on the back, and now I'm going to take it and I'm going to wrap it down here underneath the green, through the canvas, back around tight, and then pull it in. You want to go underneath the wire again, as like you're sewing, and then just cut it about 2 inches, and then you could keep wrapping that around. All right, so let me see. So this is what we've got. Whoo, girl, that was tough. I'm trying to get I want the wire to be down the side, not showing on the front. All right, so this is what we've got. So we've got a wire going down this side, and we've got a wire going down this side. Remember, I attached one up here, and I attached the other one up here. So 2 pieces of wire. So this is what it looks like on the back. All right. Hopefully it's just as pretty as the front. This is what it looks like on the side. So you could see the wire right there. And then right here. You could use zip ties of the same color to secure the mesh. You could try that. That mesh is thick, so I don't think the zip ties would go through, but you could try that. And then this is how much we have left on the roll. Somebody was asking how much we had left on the roll. Right there. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is create the ruffles on the bottom. Just going to gather this up like that. All right. It's got like, I don't know, 3 inches. I'm going to pull it out 10. And fold it back in on itself, just like that. And I'm going to secure it right here. Let's see if you could see me. So this is the tricky part. This is where you might need to play around a little bit with it to get it, fluffy. Just going around a couple times with the twist ties. Oops. Let's see, I want to make sure that this one folds this way. Alright, so now I'm going to go on my next layer of pipe cleaners that I had. And this is what we've got so far. Alright, so now I'm going to keep going another row of the loops.
That's 4.
And what I was trying to do, when I lined up the pipe cleaners, is that I wanted the loops, like this loop, to go in between this loop right here, okay? Does that make sense? So like this loop would go in between the first 2 loops to kind of fill in the gaps so that you can't see the canvas. At least that's my thinking. All right, now I'll try not to lose the shape of the hat, because if you're not careful, this bottom part can get to be where it doesn't look like a hat. It looks, you know, too poofy. It doesn't look like the brim of a hat. Let's see, I want this bottom piece that I'm doing to be pretty flat. So let me just try to turn it this way a little bit so you can see. And then our last piece. Right here. Let me just check it out. Nope. This one needs to be a little bit bigger. Before you cut the mesh off, make sure you hold it up and make, you know, you get the witch-shaped hat. Feels like it needs another loop, like right here. All right, I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to secure it back down on top of one of the pipe cleaners I was already using. And let me just check it. Okay, I think we're good. So I've got this little piece right here of the tail that I'm just going to take it and push it to the back underneath the loops. Whew! All right, so we've got that. That was a workout, man. All right, so now what I want to do is cut off the remaining pieces down here on the bottom. Let me show you what I got. So here is what I've got on the front. And then here is what it looks like on the back. Okay, and now what I want to do is cut off this extra right here that's showing. And I'm laughing because this is hard. Pulling out these bolt cutters. I'm glad the Hubs is here. This might be a two-man job.
Got it?
Ugh.
Here.
Oh, I got it.
All
All right.
right. The other one?
Yeah, if you want.
Same spot.
Yeah, like see how far? Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, now you can keep these because you can use these for, you know, topiaries and things like that. So don't throw those away. But man, thank heavens for those bolt cutters. Now I've got extra mesh that I can see on the bottom, and I'm just going to trim that up. I didn't want to trim it at first because I didn't know how much I would be Be careful not to cut the mesh, the deco mesh, but I'm just cutting the canvas away. All right. So let me remeasure that now for you. So it turned out to be about 6 inches by 13, the final piece, okay? Whew. I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of this on the extra, you know, sides of the canvas. You could go ahead and cut that now. And now we could decorate the front of it. I would probably hot glue some, you know, silk flower leaves or something to cover that up. But now to decorate the front, I am going to use ribbon and mesh. Just going to make some little loops. If you need to go, you could go.
I still gotta get ready.
Well, go ahead and go.
You sure?
Yeah. All right, so I'm just measuring. I want to measure to see how far up the loops need to go. I don't want them too big. All right, so let me measure this out. So these are going to be 11-inch loops. Let me think for a minute. Let's do this. 11. Okay. All right, so let me redo this. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a ribbon right on top of it. Just another little loop, a loop-de-loo right on top. I think I'm going to make this one just a tad bit smaller. This could be any color. You know what it would have been pretty with is purple. Now that I'm putting it together instead of orange, purple would have been really super cute. All right, I'm going to just tie these down on top of the pipe cleaners. Just like this. And I think I'm going to put some Deco Flex tubing. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to do some loop-de-loos with this one. I'm just going to do a couple. And so you guys, this is how I create in the wreath shop. If I'm not sure what I want to do, I'll just do one and see if I like it. Just like this. And if I like it, I'm like, oh, I like it. I'll do the other ones this way. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim these off. So once I've finished the pipe with the pipe cleaner, I'm just going to go ahead and twist it out to about a 1/2 inch and trim off the excess and push it to the bottom. And I'll hold it up so you guys can see what I've created. So here is our little bow. And I'm just going to keep doing that through with on top of all of the pipe cleaners. Just creating these bows. I think I'm going to use this bow dabber to hold my bows in place, to hold my little loops. 11. 11. I'm going to just push it down just like this, and it'll hold it for me. What did I say for this one? do 9. I'll go ahead and do little 9 loops. 9 inches. Put that right there. Find the ends. So comment and tell me, do you decorate for Halloween? What do you put on your front door? What's your favorite Halloween door decoration? You know, the Hubs and I used to go all out when the kids were younger, decorating our house and stuff, and now not so much. You could go ahead and just fluff these around a little bit, spread out the tails. I've got one back there. Let's see. Oh, I missed that question. I think it was about the Bow Dabra. You can get that thing at Walmart. I bought mine on Amazon back in the day. We cleaned out the garage the other day and I found it, and I saw Damon with Deco Exchange use it to hold his ribbon in place, and I was like, brilliant. Or you could put it all in your hand if you want, or just do it in stages like I did. So again, when you're finished with the pipe cleaners, you could just trim them off. I love creating with my hands, don't you guys? You just it just helps to kind of get rid of whatever you did that day, you know, all of the negative stuff that you picked up from the job or the world, and you can just come into your craft room and be yourself using your hands, the talent that God gave you. You know, we have a talent for a reason, and He wants us to use it. God wants us to use our talents so that we can either help other people or just deal with life. If you want to join my mailing list and get these tutorials delivered right to your inbox, you could go ahead and subscribe on my website at southerncharmwreaths.com. And tutorials like this will be delivered right to your email. I sent out one today on how to make a fall cornucopia. All right, we're just keeping on, keeping on. So we're just keep making these bow loops. hoping I don't run out of ribbon. And then remember to trim your pipe cleaners a little bit short after you finish using them. And then just keep fluffing. Now I'll hold it up and show you. So this is what we've got so far. You see how it's just filling out. Trying something I've never done before. And I would just be very clear, this was not my idea. This was an idea done by another wreath designer. And I wish I had written her name down. If I say it, I'm scared I'll say it wrong. So I'm not even going to attempt. If somebody knows it, feel free to put their name in here. But she created something similar. And people asked how to do it. And I thought, well, let me see if I can figure it out. So this would be my version. All right, so we're almost done. We've just got a couple more, and then I'm going to put a little bit of an embellishment on the front. All right. So this is, let's see if I need one right there in the middle. I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to push that pipe cleaner down in the middle. And this is what it looks like so far. Isn't that cute? It's turning out real cute. It was just a little harder to put together than I thought it would be. But it's all good now. Let me clean this up, and I'm going to get my hot glue all out, and we can hot glue some embellishments. I've found some really, really cute floral picks. I thought these would be cute to hot glue on. Right, so this is, I'm thinking, you guys, I'm going to put this right through here. What do y'all think? I just want those angling out of the side. Let me go ahead and trim these a little bit shorter. Oh, this is going to be really cute. I'm just going to hold this down real quick and let it dry, and then I'll hold it up for you. The frame is a wreath easel that you find, you know, at Michael's. They're made for floral arrangements for cemeteries, and they're green. I have one, I'll show you where we started. Let me just hold this though so it doesn't fall off. So this could be used, if you didn't want to do a witch hat, you could do a Santa hat or an elf hat. You could do a scarecrow hat. What other character is there with the little pointy? You could turn, you could do the complete opposite and make it a carrot for for Easter. And then what else? Somebody else gave us an idea that I was like, oh, that's a good idea too. You almost could do this, ouch, for a Christmas wreath, a Christmas tree idea. You know, you could, this is a cute idea for just jumping off to thinking of other different ways of using the wreath easel. All right, so here is what we've got. This is what we've got. Let me show you the wreath easel that we started with. Okay, so we started with this. Now you know what I'm talking about, this wreath easel? So we started with this. And we created a little witch hat. What'd you think? Are you guys going to try this? So this is cute. You just attach a little hanger on the back. And you can attach it to your door, hang it up. And this is what it looks like on the side. And this is what it looks like on the back. So you can go through, and I would probably, you can maybe do some mesh, you know, wire mesh, the orange on the back if you wanted to cover that up, or you could just hot glue some silk flower leaves or something like that to cover it up. But I thought this was a really cute idea, and I've been wanting to try it, so I thought I'd come on here live. And, you know, if it's a fail, it's a fail. If it's a win, it's a win. I will have these instructions on my blog as well. Make sure you check out my blog at southerncharmwreaths.com. And remember, if you want to learn more about the art of wreath making, join me in my Wreath Making of the Month Club. I'll go ahead and put that in here too. Thank you again for joining me, and I do appreciate you sharing this video. It means the world to me. It's like giving me a big fat hug through the internet. So I do appreciate that. Thank you, and I hope that you got some ideas out of this. I hope this inspires you to make one for yourself or to create something even better. Let me know when you do. Share your pictures with me. I'm very, very interested in how my tutorials inspire others to create too. So I just want to let you know that you are a blessing to me, and I hope I'm a blessing to you. Thank you again for joining me this afternoon, and you guys stay safe this weekend.